Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Tourism and Hospitality Service Management, SOTHSM, Bachelor's Degree. Bachelor of Arts, Tourism Studies, BTS, English. Foundation Courses. AOM 1 Office Organization and Management. Block-1 Fundamentals of Modern Office Management. Unit-1 Nature and Scope of Office Management. 1.0 Objectives. After reading this unit, you should be able to times describe the meaning and scope of the office, times outline the functions of a modern office, times explain the principles of office organization, times distinguish between centralization and decentralization of office services, times describe the processes of office management, times discuss the functions and status of an office manager. 1.1 INTRDUCTI. When in your daily life, you cannot go without visiting an office, school office, college office, municipal office, transport office, electricity office, post office, government office, etc. for some work or the other, where you can get your work done easily and within shortest possible time, you feel that the office is an efficient one. On the other hand, you form a poor opinion about the office where there are people working with files, but you find it difficult to get your work done in proper time. The nature of services provided by a modern office makes it an integral part of every organization. For the efficient conduct of managerial functions, managers are dependent on a large variety of information which are recorded in office records. Prompt availability of records and documents not only make the task of managers easier, but also help them in conducting business activity. These functions can be carried out effectively provided information relating to the past and present business condition are readily available. It is the office where all such information can be readily obtained. In this unit, you will learn the meaning, importance and the functions of modern office, principles of office organizations, the major process of office management, and the functions and status of an office manager. 1.2 Meaning of office. In a fast-changing society, every business enterprise is faced with fast, ever-changing conditions. Techniques of production have undergone a rapid change and many new techniques are on the way. The ever-widening markets are a challenge by themselves. Also, one has to take care of the emerging human relations in the business. Most of these problems of change can be tackled only with the help of information, recording, retaining, analyzing, and supplying the required information for various purposes to different persons are the basic needs of an enterprise. These activities taken together comprise an important services function performed in the office. The term office is commonly used to mean a place where all paperwork is undertaken. The common man's view of an office is a place where some clerks and a few officers sit on chairs with a few files on their table doing some writing on paper. This viewpoint suggests A. Paperwork, B. A definite place, and C. Work of a routine nature. But office work is not confined to paperwork only, and it may not be confined to a particular place. The traditional view of office, held by many even today, is that office work is concerned only with the records of the enterprise, i.e., making records, using records, and preserving them for future reference. Accordingly, the purpose of an office is to provide only clerical assistance to other departments. It also suggests that office work does not involve any productive activity as it consists of routine clerical operations. The traditional view does not explain all the functions performed by an office. The modern view is that office is the administrative center of business where relevant records are prepared, preserved, and made available for the purpose of efficient management of the organization. In a broad sense, office represents service functions which involve clerical work wherever it may be performed. In a modern organization, there are always some people to receive records and supply information and undertake related activities like receiving and mailing letters, typing and duplicating, maintaining files, etc. All these clerical activities constitute office services and are performed in the office. Thus, the term office can be defined as any place where records are prepared, handled, and preserved for future reference and making them available as and when required. Needless to mention here that it is the nature of work that is significant, and it is neither the place where it is done nor the persons who do it. Scope of the office activities. Essentially, office work is concerned with collecting, processing, and supplying information to business managers who need it for decision making. The relevant records must be prepared, preserved, and made available to the right person at the right time and in the right form. Office activities connected with records management involve receiving various documents, copying and duplicating, filing papers, classification of files, preserving files, and locating references quickly. Office work also includes processing and presenting numerical data in the form of statements and reports, handling of inward and outward correspondence, and providing facilities for internal and external communication. Further, the office may be required to maintain and provide public relations through press releases and notifications, and to respond to public enquiries and complaints. 1. 3 functions of modern office. A modern office performs a variety of functions which may be classified as I. Primary or basic functions and 2. Administrative management functions. These are shown in Figure 1.1. Let us discuss them in detail. 1.3.1 Primary functions. The basic functions of the office include receiving, recording, arranging, analyzing, and giving information. The nature of these basic functions is described below. 1. Receiving and collecting information. In every organization, be it a government or private one, information comes through letters, circulars, memos, orders, reports, etc., from within and outside the organization. A. Internal source. Information from within the organization may be received from various departments or executives in the form of letter, notes, memos, circulars, etc., and orders, instructions or messages over the telephone. Figure 1.1 Functions of an office. Notes addressed by some functional departments for the attention of other may also be received by the office. For example, the marketing department may send feedback information from consumers about a new product to the production department. Proposals for manufacturing a new product or about operating problems may be sent by the production manager to the managing director. The finance department may send a report to the managing director about the feasibility of raising capital. All such information may be received by the office to be used by top management for decision-making. B. External sources. Information received from outside the organization may originate from customers, suppliers, from government departments, financial institutions and banks, the general public, and other organizations. Information may be received directly or from other departments through letters, enquiries, order invoices, circulars, notices, etc. The office may also collect information P in its own initiative by sending out inquiries, questionnaires, etc. 2. Organizing information. The office mostly receives information in raw or crude form. The information so received cannot be of any use to the managers unless it is processed and presented in a suitable form. This is done by converting raw information into written records. The nature and format of the written record depends upon the importance of information. While organizing information, the task of the office comprises arrangement, summarizing, tabulation, and graphic presentation of data. Until recently, the entire process was carried out manually. Today, with the availability of computer facilities, large volumes of information and data can be processed by electric device and presented in a meaningful form as desired. 3. Storing information. The recorded information accumulated in the office need to be preserved and maintained for future reference. The basic objective of preserving information is to make these available as and when required by management without delay. Various business laws like the Companies Act, Income Tax Act, etc., require that vital records must be maintained for a specified period of time. For all these purposes, the office may, thus, be regarded as data bank to the organization. 4. Supplying information. Information which has been collected, processed and recorded by the office must also be supplied to managers as and when required. Management decision-making depends a great deal on the supply of accurate and timely information. Management may need information of a routine nature to be supplied by the office periodically, like statements of attendance, stock position, cash and bank balances, etc. The office may also be required to supply information of a special nature, ego cost estimates of a job, credit information about a customer, outstanding dues of suppliers, etc. 1.3.2 Administrative management functions. 1. Communication. Making arrangement for communication between different individuals within the organization through intercom facility, meetings, etc. and between outsiders, MD the organization through personal contact, telephones, letters, etc. is an important function performed by the office. Through communication, people are linked with the organization to achieve specific objective. The office provides channels of communication which enables continuous flow of information with speed and accuracy. Office has to give due importance not only to the mode of communication, verbal or written, but also to the means, telephone, telex, ordinary mail, courier, etc. The communication system run by the office not only helps interaction between persons within an organization and managers of the two or more organizations, but also enables transmission of policies, instruction and orders issued by the management for the guidance of various departments. 2. Safety and security. The office has to keep in safe custody the records of the organization and also make arrangements for security of properties and assets of the enterprise, e.g., buildings, office machines, furniture, equipments, etc. The office is not only responsible for the safety of assets but also for their upkeep and maintenance. Adequate insurance cover should be provided for protecting the assets of the organization against hazards of fire and theft. 3. Coordination. Coordination implies an orderly arrangement of group efforts to ensure unity of action in the realization of common objectives. Office has to synchronize the efforts of individuals and departmental staff to ensure proper timing and sequence of activities so that the organization objectives are fully realized. Office as a storehouse of information. has to coordinate the activities of different departments so as to get the best results at a minimum cost. 4. Planning. Planning involves consideration of the factors influencing a situation and laying down a course of action leading to a particular goal. Effective performance of all office functions require advanced planning. It has to be decided beforehand what is to be done, who is to do, how it will be done, and when. Planning is necessary to avoid wastage and delay, and to reduce cost of operations. 5. Systematization and cost reduction. With the adoption of scientific method in office administration, office must lay down systems, procedures, and methods of performing various activities. Besides designing the systems and methods, the existing systems should be reviewed and modified if necessary. It is only through improvements in systems, methods, and procedures that the costs of office operation can be minimized. A separate department of the office known as Organization and Methods, 2000 is generally entrusted with the responsibility of introducing new systems. 6. Office personnel administration. An efficient office is an invaluable asset to any organization. Personnel employed in the office bring about efficiency of operation by the quality of their work. Office activities expand with the growth and development of business. To cope with the additional work in office, more people are employed. To maintain efficiency and effectiveness, it is necessary to select the right type of office personnel for various jobs and arrange for their training. IGNOU staff in various positions should also be delegated with necessary authority. It is also essential that the progress of individual staff members should be watched regularly so as to evaluate their performance and evolve suitable methods of remuneration and incentives for better performance. 7. Public relations. In its dealings with members of the public, the office projects the image of the organization. Steps are required to be taken to build a good image of the organization point in the minds of the general public. Office should not only respond to all public enquiries promptly but also keep the management informed if there is a change in public opinion about the enterprise. On the other hand, the public must also be kept informed about the policies, programs of the organization with respect to matter of public interest. 1.4 Importance of office. You know that decision-making is at the very core of managing business activity. Decisions are based on the foundation of information which is supplied by the office. With increasing volume of business operations and its complexity, no business can be managed today without the assistance of clerical services provided by the office. Office acts as a storehouse and fountain of information. A well-organized office is an indispensable aid to management. It facilitates management to plan its operations effectively. It would not be an exaggeration to say that office is the real brain behind every activity of a business enterprise. It is mainly on the basis of information supplied by the office that management formulates its policies and programs and evaluates the results of business. The quality of managerial decision is as good as the information upon which they are based. For example, if management has to make a decision on new investment for launching a new product, its decision must be based on accurate information supplied by the office. By stretching the example, one can understand the importance of office. A decision to make additional investment ought to point be based on such information as the estimated amount required, sources of finance, cost of capital, alternative investment proposals, etc. The office should provide the relevant information fully, backed by data. After making the decision to invest, management would be interested in evaluating the results of the decisions. This evaluation can be possible, again on the basis of information provided by the office. Thus, information is the core of decision-making, and decision-making is the essence of management. An office not only provides all information on the basis of which decisions are made by management, it also provides the means of communication between different departments. This helps management to coordinate and direct the activities of different departments and persons working in the organization. Thus, office act as the eyes and ears of management. The office is of vital importance in modern business enterprise point due to the following reasons. 1. It serves as a storehouse of information. 2. It provides necessary linkage between departments. 3. It aids management in decision-making. 4. It helps in coordinating activities. 5. It controls cost of operations. 6. It facilitates maintaining better relationship with A. Customers, B. Employees, J. C. Suppliers, D. Government agencies, E. Banks, etc. Is office work productive? While the importance of office is admitted, it may be asked whether the work done in an office is productive or not. For instance, is the work of a clerk making entries in books, a typist typing letters, or a messenger carrying messages from one person to another productive? This is a question which is difficult to answer. If the work done by a messenger or typist is unproductive, why are they engaged in large numbers for doing such jobs? And if it is not so, then to argue that clerks are no productive is wrong. Comparison between manufacturing activity and office work may give the impression that a manufacturing department is productive, but the office is not, because the former yields physical product, while no tangible product is made in the office. However, to identify the real output of an office employee, we must look beyond the papers, i.e., at the overall achievements of the business enterprise, which could not have been possible without the clerical services provided by the office. As a matter of fact, for years the office work was considered to be a necessary but not productive activity. Hence, the application of scientific principles and practices of management are applied in functional department, not considered essential for office services. Now, the situation has changed. With the increasing use of modern machines and application of scientific methods in office services, the work of office personnel handling papers, making plans, calculating costs, etc., are recognized as activities of real worth. In fact, before anything is produced in real terms, the same is produced on paper in office so as to ascertain the best and cheapest method of production. This reduces returns. Hence, we can say that office work is also productive indirectly if not directly. 1.5 Modern office organization. Organizing is the process of management by which activities of a group of persons are coordinated and responsibilities fixed. It is through organization that managers blend human and material resources to achieve the goals of the enterprise. Organizing office activities is a major aspect of office management. A sound office organization can contribute to the efficient working of an enterprise in the following manner. 1. Office organization provides the framework which enables the office to carry out its primary and secondary functions effectively. It involves integrating various jobs into an operating system through well-defined superior-subordinate relationships and delegation of authority and fixing responsibility of the office staff. 2. It stimulates initiative and creativity among office employees. 3. It ensures optimum use of men, machines, and equipment. 4. It provides opportunities of advancement of the office work. 1.5.1 Definition of office organization. Organization is a process by which the activities of a group of persons are coordinated to achieve desired goals. When one talks of office organization, it simply means a structural framework within which, and by means of which, the process of getting work can be effectively carried out. It is through the process of organizing that the duties of office employees are determined and assigned, and responsibilities fixed so that the work may be performed with speed, accuracy, and economy. Office organization may, thus, be defined as the process by which a structural framework of positions is welded together in the office for the pursuit of the desired goals. 1.5.2 Principles of office organization. Principles of organization formulated by management experts are also applicable to office organization, as mentioned below. A thorough understanding of the principles is essential for organizing a good, efficient office. The principles which govern office organization are outlined below.
1. Principle of objective. Organizing requires clear definition of the objectives to be attained. Clarity of objective leaves no scope for confusion and allows everyone to direct his or her effort towards achieving objectives. The main objective of the office may be to provide information to the right person, at the right time, and in the right manner at minimum cost. The organization structure must be so designed as to achieve the stated objective. 2. Principle of division of labor. To achieve the objectives set, specialized office functions need to be performed by the staff efficiently. For that purpose, division of work is essential, that is, the total activity must be divided into jobs and tasks. Also, units and subunits of activities should be so defined that these may be grouped as departmental or individual activities. 3. Principle of unity of function. The subdivided activities of a function in an enterprise must work in perfect harmony to achieve the objective. The major functions of office are making, storing, and retrieval of records, and passing on information as and when required. All other functions to be carried out in course of performing the main function must also be linked with one another for harmonious effect. 4. Principle of simplicity. The organization structure should be simple and easily understood by one and all in the organization. 5. Principle of span of control. For effective supervision, the number of subordinates who work under an immediate supervisor should be limited. 4. Determining the number, that is the span of control, each situation and activity should be carefully analyzed. However, nature of work and capability of the supervisor to a large extent determine the span of control. 6. Principle of parity of authority and responsibility. This principle simply states that every person in the office must have necessary authority to do the job for which he is assigned responsibility. For example, if a clerk is responsible for maintaining records, he should also have authority to ask for necessary folders, etc. 7. Principle of flexibility. The organization structure should be such that it may be easily adopted to changes in the nature of business and technical aspects of the work situation. 8. Principle of efficiency. Office organization should achieve goals at minimum cost, which is the real test of efficiency. The structural design should be such That higher level of efficiency may be achieved by individuals and by groups. 9. Principle of initiative. The structure of organization and the superior-subordinate relations should provide for employees taking initiative for efficient performance of the jobs entrusted to them. In other words, subordinates should not be made to feel dependent on the superior's orders and instructions so as to give up independent thinking. 10. Principle of continuity. The organizational design should ensure continuity and growth of the enterprise. This can be achieved if the structure of office organization permits review of objectives, readjustment of plans, and provides opportunities for development of future staff. 11. Principle of coordination. This principle suggests that the office manager should be able to coordinate activities of different functional departments with a view to achieve the given goals. 1 May 2003 Steps in Office Organization. The following steps are considered useful while designing the office organization. 1. Establishment of office objectives. 2. Linking office objectives with organizational objectives. 3. Formulating plans, policies, procedures, methods. 4. Defining the nature of activities to be performed. 5. Subdivision of the activities into units and subunits. 6. Evaluation of the activities and grouping the same into sections or departments. 7. Granting authority and fixing responsibility. 8. Preparation of a chart of organization structure indicating the positions to be held by staff and their relationships. 1 May 2004 Organization Chart. An organization chart is a diagram which indicates the positions in the organization and depicts the relationship between individuals and different departments. It enables one to have a clear picture of who is what in the organization, what are his functions, to whom he is responsible and who is responsible to him. Figure 1.2 Office organization structure based on geographical location of branches. Head office, central office. Designed on the basis of office services, the structure of organization is shown in the following chart. In order to combine and coordinate the efforts of people working at different levels in the organization, proper relationship between them in terms of authority and responsibility should be set up through the structure of organization. Office organization can be designed on the basis of either a. the geographical location of offices, or b. services rendered by office organization. Having a large number of branch offices generally adopt the geographical basis of designing the organization times structure. The organizational charts based on geographical location of branches and services are shown in Figure 1.2 and 1.3 respectively. Figure 1.3 Office organization chart drawn on the basis of service. 1.6 Nature of office services. Office activities, strictly speaking, do not constitute a separate function. They are part of the major functions of enterprise, like production, marketing, personnel, etc., and therefore may be carried on in the functional departments themselves. However, services common to all the departments are usually carried out under one roof called central office or head office. The types of common services rendered by the office are listed below. 1. Typing and duplicating service. 2. Stenography service. 3. Mailing service. 4. Filing service. 5. Stationery and supplies service. 6. Communication service. 7. Public relations service. 8. maintenance service. 9. Library service. 10. Estate service. 11. Security service. 12. Hospitality service. It is obvious that the services which the office renders involve engagement of persons to ensure smooth and efficient performance of various organizational functions. With the growth of business activities, there has been a corresponding increase in the volume of transactions. Besides, with technological innovations in the field of office work and environment, and the requirements of various laws of the land, the nature and scope of office services also have enlarged. A modern office will have to face new challenges in future. Due to the rapid growth of industrial enterprises, massive data and information have to be gathered, recorded, analyzed, stored and supplied. Challenges due to mechanization and automation along with the use of accounting machines, computers, photocopying machines and sophisticated filing equipments, etc., will have to be met with due preparedness. The ever-increasing number of government rules and regulations is also likely to add to office responsibilities in future. Above all, the necessity of keeping office expenditure at a minimum will naturally pose a real challenge at all times. While responding to the challenges, it would be necessary for the office to a. Improve upon the existing information systems, b. Establish better information standards, c. Reduce the amount of paper work, d. Encourage creative thinking with respect to records management, e. Improve and maintain public relations, f. Attract, acquire and retain efficient personnel, and g. Endeavor constantly for low-cost efficient office service. 17. Decentralization and centralization of office services. It has been mentioned earlier that certain common service required by the functional department of a business are provided by the office. If the relevant office activities are carried out at one place or performed under one roof, the services are said to be centralized. On the other hand, when office activities are performed in the respective functional departments, the office services are said to be decentralized. Let us discuss them in detail. 1st July 2001 Decentralization. Decentralization implies location of office activities in different functional departments. It refers to departmentation of office services, that is dispersal of activities in different departments. Merits. Decentralization of office activities is beneficial in the following ways. I. Secrecy of business affairs can be ensured if records are handled and filed on the department dealing with the matters. 2. Greater efficiency output and lower cost can be achieved due to special knowledge of the departmental staff about the papers handled. Since the employees are better informed and conversant with the technicalities of the work of the department, they can perform office jobs more efficiently. Demerits. However, decentralization entails the following disadvantages also. I. Duplication of work cannot be avoided. 2. Standardization of office system, procedures, methods and equipments is not possible. High. It may create problems of coordination of work between different departments. 4. Office work may not be evenly distributed between employees in different departments. 1st July 2002 Centralization. Office services needed by the functional departments may be pooled and administered by a central office. Thus, centralization of office activities implies pooling of common services at a central place with a qualified and experienced Office manager in charge. The functional departments are left free to attend to their own specialized operations. Even when business activity is confined to a single location, it is possible to centralize the bulk of clerical work under a capable office manager having overall responsibility. Merits. The following are the major benefits of centralization. I. Relief to functional heads. The heads of departments are relieved of the supervising office work and thus they can concentrate on the technical work of the departments. 2. Specialization. Office employees can develop specialized skills and become more efficient being engaged in performing tasks most suited to their capability. 3. Flexibility. Centralization of office work provides of flexibility of operations. If at any time there is extra work, it can be handled conveniently by the existing staff. This also ensures maximum utilization of the capacity of office machinery. 4. Minimum cost. Investment in machines and the cost of their maintenance are considerably reduced. Centralization enables standardization of office procedures, which further bring down costs. 5. Equitable distribution of workload. When office activities are performed in each department, there may be heavy workload in some departments, and not enough work in certain departments, for the clerical staff. In a centralized organization, the total work involved can be equally distributed among different categories of staff. Demerits. Centralization of office service has also certain limitations which are outlined below. I. Delay in the performance of work. Office work may not be performed according to the urgency or importance of departmental needs. This is because work in the central office is generally performed in the order in which papers are received rather than in the order of their importance. 2. Secrecy may not be maintained. Secrecy of documents and other confidential records cannot be ensured with centralized office services. Both centralization and decentralization have their respective merits and demerits. While deciding whether centralization or decentralization is preferable, take into consideration the nature of business and its organization structure, cost of office services, and the objectives in view. 1.8. Office management. Increasing dependence of management on information in modern times is the reason for growth of office functions. To satisfy this demand with skill and efficiency at minimum cost, it is necessary to provide for an effective system of office management and organization. The basic objective of the office is to provide clerical services to all other departments in the organization. The office undertakes functions which involve tis-VL, ng, r coding, analyzing, storing and communicating information, and other administrative functions. Office activity are carried on by a group of people for a common objective, that of providing certain services efficiently. Office management is concerned with the application of the principles and practices of management for getting office work performed by the office personnel. Thus, it includes planning, organizing, coordinating and controlling of office activities. It is the function of office management to guide the personnel employed in using appropriate means and methods to perform office services. Thus, office management may be defined as that branch of the art and science of management which is concerned with the efficient performance of office work whenever and wherever that work is done. 1st August 2001. Elements of office management. The following constitute the elements of office management. Objectives. Office management is concerned with the attainment of certain desired objectives through and with the cooperation of office staff. Office objectives can be classified as service, profit, and social responsibilities. Office work is expected to assist and help other functional departments in performing their work efficiently. Therefore, service is an important objective of managing office work. Performance of office work efficiently contributes to work and profitability. Social responsibilities stress the attainment of goals in accordance with certain moral and ethical codes laid down by the industry and society in which the enterprise operates. Means, the methods which are adopted to achieve the desired objectives are called the means. The office manager must use the most suitable materials and standard equipments required for the performance of work by the office staff. This requires full information about nature of office machines and equipments available and their application in day-to-day office work. Personnel. Well-trained personnel is required to perform various office activities. Office machines cannot completely replace human effort, but can only help the office staff in doing their work accurately and quickly. Recruitment, training, and placement of office employees and their motivation constitute an important element of office management. Environment. Office environment plays a major role in the performance of office work by its staff. Office personnel spend best part of their life in working for the organization. The surroundings in which office employees work must be congenial. Proper lighting, ventilation, coloring of walls, and availability of other common facilities ensure better atmosphere for work. 1st August 2002 Major processes of office management. Let us now have bird's eye view of major functions or processes of office management. There are 5 basic functions involved in the management of an office. They are 1. Planning. It is mental exercise requiring use of imagination, foresight, and sound judgment in determining what, when, where, how, and by whom the activities are to be carried out. Planning is nothing but laying down a course of action to realize goals. Planning of office functions involves taking decisions with regard to factors affecting office work, while short-term planning involves arrangement of office functions to cope with the current situation. The long-range planning includes foreseeing future requirements of the office, such as space, layout, computer application, human resource planning, etc. Office planning requires setting objectives, 2. Formulating policies and programs, 3. Laying down procedures. Objectives. Planning has no meaning without being related to objectives. The main objectives of the office are 1. To supply right information etc. the right persons at right time and at the minimum cost, and 2. To provide efficient clerical service to the functional departments. 2. Policies and programs. Policies are guide to administrative action. Well drawn policies and programs go a long way in ensuring smooth functioning of office activities. Thus, statements of promotion policy, training policy, etc. enable employees to work harmoniously with minimum conflict. A program refers to the sequences of activities which are required to implement policies. 3. Procedures. A procedure or routine refers to the series of steps to be taken to complete a particular office work. It is a planned sequence of operations for handling a recurring office activity uniformly and consistently. In most offices, a manual is prepared which contains procedures laid down for major office activities. The manual serves as a guide to the employees and ensures uniformity of working. 2. Organizing. The organizing function involves setting up of departments, preparing job descriptions, designing the organization structure with necessary authority and responsibility for each position, and establishing a proper communication system. Providing necessary equipments and furniture for office work is also a part of the organizing function. 3. Staffing. The staffing function relates to personnel matters. Right type of people are to be employed to man various positions. For this purpose, suitable personnel must be recruited and provision made for their training for specific jobs. Individuals selected for particular jobs must also be informed about their duties and responsibilities. 4. Directing and coordinating. Directing includes several sub-functions, issue of orders and instructions to subordinates, guiding them at work, supervision of day-to-day operations, and motivating people for better performance. Coordinating refers to the orderly arrangement of individual and group efforts so as to secure harmony of different activities. It involves synchronization of different operations and efforts of individuals and groups with regard to the pace, timing, and sequence of work so that the planned objectives may be achieved without delay and interruptions. 5. Controlling. Plans, policies, and programs cannot be effective unless there is a control mechanism to guide and direct the execution of work. To control the implementation of planned work, the following steps are required to be taken. A. Establish norms or standards of work. B. Record actual performance. C. Compare actual performance with the standards set, and D. Adopt corrective measures where necessary. Control basically refers to evaluation and rectification of performance of subordinates in order to ensure the achievement of planned results. 1.9 Departmentation of office. In modern times, office work consists of diverse activities required to be carried out on a large scale. For efficient performance of operations, the activities are divided into various categories of functions, each classified function being performed by a group of employees as a department. Different departments perform different functions and work in coordination with each other. Each department performs a specific function and the staff attached to it becomes specialized in that particular function by virtue of continuous handling of the same job. It must be clearly understood here that the number and importance of different departments' ID and office are not the same in all cases. It depends on the nature of business and the volume of work. Let us now discuss various important departments of an office. Cash department. This department mainly deals revenue, income, and expenditure of the entire business. Cash department is headed by a cashier who organizes the work of the department. He is responsible for safe custody of cash, banks, transaction, maintenance of cash book and payment against proper vouchers, bills, etc. Legal department. This department is headed by a legal expert. The department is to render legal advice to all other functional departments. Matters relating to lawsuits, disputes before tribunal, are looked after by this department. Filing department. The main job of the filing department is to maintain records of the organization for future reference. The filing department is responsible for storing, file movement, and also the safe custody of records and documents. If records are maintained properly, the requisite information can be traced and passed on without loss of time to the person who requires such information. Mailing department, all written communication which may be dispatched or received pass through the mailing department. It collects all written communications and passes on the same to various functional departments and takes such steps as are required to dispatch letters from the organization. The person in charge of this department must be familiar with the latest postal rules and regulations. Communication department. This department provides for internal and external communication facilities for which intercom, external telephone, telex, fax etc. are some of the most effective means used. Duplicating department, multiple copies of letters, circulars, notices, etc. are often required to be made out in the office to disseminate information or data among managers of different departments or to communicate with customers, dealers, and other parties. Photocopying machines are now widely used in offices to take out multi-copies. Stationery supply department, office personnel require stationery, like pen, pencil, paper, pen, ink, rubber etc. in their day-to-day work. This department ensures continuous supply of stationery items, makes purchases, issues items of stationery on requisition by staff, and maintains sufficient stock of the same. Maintenance department. The maintenance department is to ensure that office, machine and equipment are serviced regularly and repaired whenever necessary, without disturbing normal office work. A schedule of preventive maintenance is generally drawn up to secure continuity of use. Security department. The responsibility of this department is to provide for safety and security of the properties and assets of the organization. It ensures that durable assets and other valuables are insured against loss due to theft, fire etc. Relationship with other department. The office undertakes certain important activities to assist the production and distribution functions of business enterprises. Business operations are carried out through various functional departments, viz. Purchases, marketing, sales, or finance, production, advertising, personnel, etc. In large organizations, a section officer is attached to each of the major department to provide clerical services. Certain common services like typing and duplication, filing and mailing may be provided by the central office or head office, which also coordinates the point activities of other functional departments of the organization. For coordinating the activities of different departments, the central office maintains close links with every other department. The office cannot remain isolated from the functional departments as the main purpose of office is to provide clerical services to all other departments and facilitate their functioning. Let us examine how the office is related with the functional departments of a business firm. Office and production department. Production of goods and services is the main concern of the production department. Continuous production requires full and complete information about procurement and availability of raw materials, maintenance schedule of machines and equipments, order booked, and dispatch taking place. It is the office which processes and provides the required information and helps the production manager in making timely decisions. Information provided by the office about alternative sources of raw materials, vendor analysis, prices prevailing in various markets, and other relevant matters, enable the production department to minimize manufacturing costs. 2. Office and Purchase Department. Purchase Department is responsible for making all purchases of the organization, preparation of indent, inviting tenders, making out purchase orders, arranging inspection of goods supplied, approving payment to vendors and related activities for purchase of materials and other store items are carried out by the Purchase Department. Office and Accounts Department. Accounts Department is mainly concerned with keeping accounting records and preparing annual financial statements for onward transmission to top management, government and shareholders. The office helps maintenance of books of accounts and preparation of financial statements, necessary papers, vouchers, bills and other documents for the purpose. 1.10 Office Manager. A manager is a person who works with men, materials and machines to achieve some specific objectives. A person who is in charge of an office is known as office manager. He not only supervises the office work but also organizes and controls all the office activities. The functions of an office manager vary from organization to organization depending on the volume and nature of business activity. In a small organization, office could be a one-man show. He may carry out all office activities, e.g., typing, filing and dispatching. However, in a big organization he performs managerial functions which involve getting work done through and with the cooperation of office staff. 1st October 2001 Functions of Office Manager. 1. As mentioned earlier, office work is basically a service function. The office manager, therefore, has to plan activities and decide who should perform what and when. Office activities must be planned and organized in such a manner that the service function is performed efficiently and economically. 2. As business expands, the volume of office work also increases. This invariably requires decision to be taken with regard to location of the office premises and its layout. Designing and setting up effective systems and procedures for handling office operation also depend on the office manager's judgment. 3. For a large organization, office services require employment of people having necessary skills and abilities for different types of office jobs. Besides recruiting office personnel, the office manager has to provide for their training as well. 4. Choice of suitable furniture, equipments and machines for the office requires consideration of the office manager from the point of view of their usefulness, costs and benefits expected to be derived. 5. The office manager is responsible for providing a congenial working environment to his staff to enable them contribute their best efforts while discharging assigned duties. Proper ventilation and lighting, adequate moving space and provision of rest rooms, etc., are essential prerequisites of a good office environment. 6. Organization and maintenance of the communication system is another important function of an office manager. Modem intercom facilities and private automatic telephone exchanges are widely used in modern offices. Telex and fax can also be used for quick transmission of information to distant places. 7. Coordination and control of different office activities, correspondence, typing, duplicating, filing, data processing, etc., constitute the most vital functions of the office manager, which ensures smooth and efficient running of the office routines. 1st October 2002 Qualifications of Office Manager. Like any other functional manager, the office manager must also possess requisite qualifications to manage office activities successfully. The following are some of the more important qualification which the office manager should possess. 1. Education and training. The office manager must have a sound educational background. He should be able to communicate well with his superiors, subordinates, and the general public. He should have an analytical mind and capability of resolving problems. Point: special training in business administration, accounting, and office management are desirable qualifications for the office manager. He must be capable of taking decisions by himself when the situation so demands. Training and work experience brings maturity. Both are invaluable for the success of an office manager. 2. Personal qualities. In addition to having sound educational qualification and special training, the office manager must possess certain personal qualities. Self-control, sincerity, adaptability, tact, and persuasiveness are some of the qualities that an office manager should possess. The total personality of the office manager should be such that he may be able to maintain discipline and harmony among the staff, giving them a sense of fair play and firmness. 3. Leadership qualities. Office manager must have leadership qualities, that is, the ability to enthuse, to inspire, and to lead and guide subordinates. He should be in a position to get the best out of his staff. Through leadership, the office manager can mold people working under him into a unified team dedicated to the achievement of the general goal of the organization. 4. Experience, education, and training alone are not enough for an office manager to be successful in his job. He must have practical experience in the field of personnel management and general management. With business experience, he may find it easier to get acquainted with the organization activities and tackle problems which may arise in the office. 1st October 2003 Status of Office Manager. In this complex and ever-changing business environment of modern times, the scope of office managers' responsibilities has undergone a sea change. Technological changes in the working of systems and procedures, and the emphasis on human relations have also transformed the nature and scope of office managers' role. The office manager is basically a staff executive, since office work is primarily concerned with service functions which are highly specialized and require a specialist to manage the same. The status of office manager is like that of a line manager with respect to the common services provided by the general office equally and efficiently to various other functional departments. He exercises direct control over the staff and activities of the office, but with regard to clerical work performed separately in the functional departments, the manager in charge of the general office performs an advisory role. Hence, his status is similar to that of a staff officer. Thus, the office manager may be said to have a dual role, that of a line executive and of a staff officer. The significance of office services and the role of office manager are widely recognized in modern business enterprises. The heads of functional departments and the office manager enjoy equal status in the organizational structure of the business. This is because of the immense value of the information made available by the office to top management for effective control of the enterprise. The assistance of office managers in decision-making has even prompted the top management of some organizations To seek the presence of office manager at board meetings. 1.11 Summary. The office may be defined as any place where records are prepared, handled and preserved for future references and making them available as and when required. The functions of a modern office may be broadly classified as I. Primary or basic functions and 2. Administrative management functions. The primary functions are I. Receiving and collecting information from internal and external sources. 2. Organizing information. 3. Supplying information. Administrative management functions include communication, safety and security, coordination, planning, systematization and cost reduction, office personnel administration and public relations. A well-organized office is an indispensable aid to management as the policies and programs formulated by the management are based on the information supplied by the office. The office organization is governed by unity of function, simplicity, flexibility, efficiency, initiative, continuity and coordination. The design of office organization may be based on either the geographical location of offices or the services rendered by the office. The types of common services rendered by the office to other departments are typing and duplication, stenography, stationery, mailing, filing, and supplies, communication, public relations, filing maintenance, library estate, security and hospitality. If office activities relating to the services required by the functional departments are carried out at one place or performed under one roof, the services are said to be centralized. On the other hand, when office activities are performed in the respective functional departments, the services are said to be decentralized. Both centralization and decentralization have certain merits as well as demerits. Office management is concerned with the application of the principles and practices of management for getting office work performed by the office personnel. The main elements of office management are objectives, means and methods, personnel, and environment. The major process of functions of office management include planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, and controlling. Departmentalization of office is necessitated by the diverse nature of office activities required to be carried out on a large scale in modern offices. For efficient operation, office activities are divided into two categories of functions, each function being performed by a group of employees as a department. Separate department or sections usually are related with cash transactions, legal matter, filing, mailing, communication, duplication, stationery and supplies, maintenance, and security. The central office provides tilde common services to the functional departments. It also coordinates their activities to maintain close links with all departments. The functions of the office manager include organization of office activities, making decisions on location and layout of the office premises, selection and training of office staff, choice of furniture, equipments and machines, coordination and control of day-to-day operations, providing a proper working environments, designing systems and procedures, organization and maintenance of the communication system. The qualities of an office manager must possess are sound educational background with ability to communicate well, special training in business administration, accounting and office management, personal qualities of self-control, sincerity, adaptability, tact and persuasiveness, impressive personality, leadership, and experience of general management. The status of the office. Manager is like that of a line manager with respect to the common services provided by the general office to other functional departments. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more updates, and we will see you with the next chapter.